Appreciate each and every one of you guys joining me tonight. I want to come on here and I want to talk about something. It is very important. I know this is normally later than I normally am on live. Not only I came on for a purpose of seeing who's actually paying attention. I also came on for the point of because we have a lot of stuff that's going on. I want to say hello to each and every one of you guys. My Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Thank you so much. And as we get ready to chime in, all right, hello, Brother Mario, Capricorn. I want to see my audience and who I'm working with, and who those that are seeking spiritual truths and understanding that when it comes to spirituality, a lot of people don't understand these are our hours. You know, when you have a certain business and they ask you hours of operation, true spiritualists, their hours are from 10:30 to between 10:30 and 3 a.m. in the morning. Those are the hours that most of us do our workings, okay? All right, Sean Dennis, hello. All right, a Leo in the house. Got Capricorn, Leo. Thank you guys for joining us. As those that have joined me in my lives before, you don't mind posting your zodiac, where you're from, so I know the level of audience that we're talking to. But I want to talk to Facebook, social media, Instagram, and all of these other social media platforms that I'm on. And my point tonight is to talk about knowing your worth. And I'm not talking about your worth as in most of us. Thank you guys for chiming in. Knowing your worth as a Sagittarian. Know your worth. All right, Aries. All right, Tree done chimed in. Thank you so much for joining us. When we're talking about spirituality, a lot of times, the reason why a lot of us sell ourselves short or oversell ourselves, because we really don't know. We don't spend enough time with our energy. Thank you so much. Virgo. All right, Taurus from New York City. We got Boynton in the house. All right, that's what I'm talking about. As you guys are chiming in, if you guys have not joined my YouTube account, please do so. Hello from Boynton Rouge, Louisiana. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Make sure you're posting your zodiac sign. Excuse me? Baton Rouge. All right. Thank you so much. As you post your zodiac sign and your location. But the reason why I want to talk about know your worth, and I'm not talking about in the sense of social media. I'm talking about in the sense of your energy, your ashe, your practice, how much time you put in your practice, investing in your spirit. Hello to you as well. I'm Apostle Ely. Let me say this before I get any further. My name is Apostle Ely. I'm the pastor and apostle of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated. My beliefs are deeply rooted in African tradition. All right, CC, my Pisces. All right, babe, how you doing? Happy holidays to you as well. All right, that's what I'm talking about. So, when I say this, Sagittarius, all right, from Texas. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Now, when it comes to spirituality, and you guys that have not visited my website, and if you have worked with any of my products, a lot of people don't understand their personal wealth, their personal worth, or their personal wealth. And what I mean by that is intellectually, the experiences that you bring to your spirituality, the amount of work, the amount of time, the amount of a lot of people do not value persistence. They don't value patience. All right, Miss Lady, how you doing? All right, my other son is in. All right, my son Trey, my Cancer is in the house. When it comes to spirituality, knowing your worth is also knowing your measure of faith, your measure of your gift. How much are you willing to invest in your spirituality? Thank you so much for the confetti, Brother Mario. Thank you so much. When it comes down to the things that I practice, a part of my knowing my worth is understanding how much I'm willing to invest in protecting myself, how much I'm willing to invest in my health. Because a lot of you guys that are claiming, all right, Capricorn, a lot of you guys that are going to be practicing spirituality, your temple, your vessel, your physical body is a part of your spiritual work, a part of your spirituality. How are you able to keep your mind clear? Are you able to invest in the necessary knowledge, or being taught, invest in your teacher so you can get the necessary information. Even, let me say this as well. Your presentation as a spiritualist. I'm going to say that again. It is not for other people to determine your value. It is for you as the individual to determine what you will allow or disallow. I think that a lot of times when we watch other people get certain benefits, I was telling Brother Mario earlier, it's about the five talents and the 3 talents and the 1 talent. All of us got something to offer, whether we're Sagittarian, whether we're Scorpio, whether we're Taurus, whether we're Gemini, whether we're Aquarius, whether we're Capricorn. We all got something to offer, but we all don't value ourselves, and we allow other people to set values on us. And then we get mad whether that value is high or low. But how you live your life and how you present your life to people, places, and things that tells the world how you value your spirituality. You know, what level of priority that you place your spirituality in. When I got involved in relationships when I was earlier, I was very secretive about my spirituality because that's how I was raised. But as I got older and I got out there, I realized I need to make that front and center because that's my all in all. My spirituality is my everything to me. And I realized as I went on in my relationships or with people, places, and things that they need to know that I am a spiritual man. I am a man that believes in my spiritual traditions. I'm a person that believes in the things that I operate in. And that's whether it's a friend, whether it's a relationship or whatever. Knowing your worth is knowing who you are, why you function the way you function, why you do the things you do, why you choose to invest or not invest. This is a part of spirituality. When you guys get some of my products and you have with the candles and what have you, think about what you're doing when it comes to your spiritual practice. When you're sitting there before your candle, do you value your ancestors? If you value your ancestors, then why aren't you feeding your ancestors? Why aren't you doing libation to your ancestors? Why aren't you giving them ancestor money? You are constantly setting the pace or the tone for your own spiritual practice. Whether you're going to do this as an individual or you're going to serve other people. I personally invest a tremendous amount of my time, my energy, and my resources in my ancestors. Hello, thank you so much. I don't know what you mean by number. When it comes to spirituality, it is referenced by you as a Gemini. It is referenced to you as a Cancer. It is referenced as a Pisces. You're constantly telling the world how you value yourself. And I'm not just talking about name brand. I'm talking about how you personally entreat yourself. Okay? When you protect yourself. When it comes to the herbs, when it comes to the vitamins, when it comes to the water, when it comes to your friends, when it comes to your relationship with husband or wife, when it comes to your relationship with your spiritual family as well as your natural family, how you value yourself is how you conduct yourself. I'm going to say that again. A lot of you time when I do readings for you guys, these are the cards that I read with. The 72 names of God. Now let me explain something to you got it. I've been working with Alicia Sanders. All right, y'all chiming in. I've been working with the 72 names of God ever since I was 13 years old. All right, Antoinette. All right, Virgo in the house. I have been working with the Hebrew language since I've been 13 years old. I was trained how to utilize that language, okay? A lot of you guys are getting into certain card readings, whether it's tarot, and you're getting into it as a fad. Whatever you practice, it needs to be a part of what you do, what you've always been doing. You don't need to be getting out here on social media and just throwing cards. You need to be able to cleanse yourself. You need to be able to protect yourself. And that stuff takes resources. That stuff takes money. I'm going to say this again. As a spiritual practitioner, as a spiritualist, as somebody that is representing your tradition, you're the one that's placing the price on yourself. You're the one that is saying to people, this is what I value my readings for. This is what I value my workings for. This is what I value myself for. And treat me as I treat myself. You don't get upset. I never get upset with somebody for doing something to me unless I have told them, this is how I treat me. I do unto others as I would want others to do unto me. And I expect people to treat me the way I treat myself. And I do very well hello to you as well. I do very well unto myself. And I also treat people like I treat myself. That's why a lot of you get my products. You have grade A products from me because that's what I use. That's why my products, you have to donate on certain levels to get certain products from me. When you want a certain type of lawyer and you are budgeting, but you want this lawyer to fight for you like Johnny Cochran fought for OJ, it's not happening. You get what you pay for. You need to know your worth, whether it's your friends, whether it's certain family members, whether it's certain sect of society. You are constantly saying to the world, when you get up in the morning, you walk out your door, whether it's an apartment or a house, you're constantly saying, you can live in the ghetto, but if you invest in your apartment or your condo or your townhouse or your home in a certain way, it says to other people how you value. The way you send your children out says to the world, this is how I value my children. Huh? We all done heard this over. It don't change when it comes to spirituality. If you keep telling everybody you going to the Dollar Tree to get your candles, I'm going to say that again. If you keep telling everybody, oh, you can go here and you can get this from Walmart. Walmart has a brand. Shopping for less. Am I right about it? Hello, how you doing? Thank you for much joining me, baby. Pisces in the house. Every day that you wake up and you're doing your spiritual practices, make sure that before you get insulted by somebody for treating you a certain type of way, that you're not projecting that type of wealth. Okay? I'm going to say that again. If I go and buy my house in a certain neighborhood, I'm buying my house in that neighborhood because of the environment or what it says is value. Sometimes you can get a deal, okay? Let's say sometimes you can get a deal and get a house that's worth more for less money. That's great, but not always. But you still buying it in the environment because of the work. You understand? Spirituality is no different. You may have a pearl, you may have something of great value, but you don't treat it like it's of great value. Same thing about the prodigal son. He wanted to leave home because he didn't value the worth of where he was coming from. He did not understand it. He didn't respect it. He was looking at himself and he went out and squandered everything he had. How many of you guys that are out there squandering what God has blessed you with? You don't value it, so you don't demand other people. I personally, Apostle Samuel Ely Jr., that's why I got my government name out there. I value my temple. I value the people that taught me my spirituality. I value the God that gave me the power. I value the ancestors that protect me and help me. I value the knowledge that people give me. Some of you guys are out here thinking that people are mistreating you when you're setting the tone for the treatment. I'm going to say that again. When you go and get your candle, or you go get your incense, or you go get your shoes, or you go and do your working, do you got to go spend $100,000 to do buy let me see, a hot foot on work? No, you don't. But what I am telling you, magic is mentality. What I am telling you, the value that you place on your thoughts. Some of you guys don't value your ideas. So you just share your dreams or you share your ideas with people, and then somebody take your dream or your idea and they make more money off it or get more clout or get more limelight than you got. See, me personally, the way that I roll, I make it hard for somebody to imitate me. I make it hard for somebody to emulate me. A lot of you guys don't value what you bring, so you don't put your whole heart, you don't put your whole mind into it, you don't put your whole soul into it. So it's easy for somebody to come along, copy you, and move right along. If you try to emulate Apostle Ely, you're going to go financially broke, you're going to go spiritually broke, you're going to go emotionally broke, you're going to go spiritually broke. Huh? Because it takes a lot to be me. I'm going to say that again. When you are practicing authentic spirituality, you are the representation of that spiritual practice. And if you don't value your teachings or the people that taught you, and you said you take your product to the flea market. I'm going to say that again. If you're presenting your product or your spirituality to the world, and you're saying to the world, come to me because I do readings for $20. Come to me. I do spiritual work for $40. Come to me. Don't get mad with nobody for treating your brand or your presentation like in the category of Walmart. Okay? Understand that, sir. You let her treat you like that, that's what she's going to treat you. Ma'am, understand that you let him treat you like that, that's exactly how they're going to treat you. You have to know your worth. And you have to know that at some point in your life, you cannot continue to cast your pearls among swine. Things are going on in my life. Things are happening around. When you guys understand yourself as a Pisces, know your worth. That's your energy. Value your energy as a Pisces. Value your energy as an Aries. Value your energy as a Taurus, Gemini. You know what? You will see. Thank you so much for sharing my live and liking my videos. Those that are on YouTube, make sure you guys are liking up under that video. That helps the algorithm push my videos. The reason why all this is important, because if you go to voodoo and you don't have self-esteem, when you get into voodoo, you're not going to have self-esteem. If you get into E5 and you don't have self-esteem, when you get it, it's not, these practices, these not going to give you self-esteem. That is a personal journey. That is your shadow work. That is you creating in you what you want to present to the world in your energy. I just so happen to be a Sagittarius. Okay. My birthday's coming up soon. I just so happen to be, my moon just so happens to be in Aries. Okay. My rising sign just so happened to be in Pisces. I value those energies. My north node is in Capricorn. I value that energy, and I treat that energy in a way of royalty. I treat that energy in a way that I am honoring it. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Don't be out here in these streets getting mad with people because of how you portraying yourself. If you're going to be cheap, that's what it is. But don't blame nobody. And I'm not telling you to go out and do what I do. What I am telling you is you're sending a message out to the world how you need to be conducted. Good evening. How is everyone? How is it? Thank you for joining us. I'm telling you, I'm giving you, because I believe that we should be first partaker. So anything that I teach on social media is what I live by. I practice what I preach as an individual. So I'm not giving you something I wouldn't give my children or some of my loved ones or my members of my church or my clients. I am an authentic person in this. The reason why I learn who I am so I can know my worth. And then I practice and I perfect myself so I know my value. And after I know my value, I also understand what I know my purpose. So to know my purpose is to know my brand. When I know my purpose, I know why I do what I do, and I know why I do it the way that I do it. I know what energy I bring. We send everyone positive. Thank you so much. We getting ready to go into the new year. I have some products that I'm going to be bringing up. All right, Jealous Sweets, thank you for joining us tonight. The reason why I like to explain to you guys, because people are going online and they're buying my cards, the 72 Names of God. If you have never worked with Hebrew, you've never worked with Mosaic spirits, you need to know what you're dealing with. All these different sciences, voodoo, Ifa, Lakumi, Santeria, they're all different sciences. In order to be able to perfect those sciences, you got to know your worth. You got to know why you have to use certain herbs, oils, certain animals, representation of certain things. You need to know why certain ceremonies are done at a certain time. A part of knowing my worth is knowing that I got to be up 4 days in the morning if I'm going to be an effective spiritualist. The spirits ain't going to stop and say, well, you know what? You work for UPS. You need to get some rest. Or you got church tomorrow, so we're going to let you. No. That's a part of knowing your worth. Knowing the responsibility that comes along with your type of work. When I do you guys products, if I fix your candles, there's a certain value that I do your work in, when I do your court cases, when I do your healings, when I do your protection work, when I do your crystals or I do your consultation, there's a certain level of standard that is there because of my personal value. When I send you out products and I give you extra because I value you as a client, I value as a customer, I value as somebody that is supporting me. When I ask you guys to like my videos and share that stuff, I always sit back and watch you support me. I'm going to explain it because this also goes in relationship. When people support you, I'm going to tell you an old proverb. Don't burn the bridge that brought you across. If people support you as a practitioner, then you show your appreciation. Okay? When your practitioner or your spiritualist support you, you show your appreciation. The law of reciprocity. What goes around comes around. These are the reasons why I explain to many of you guys, it is not good for you to come in my live because a lot of you guys are used to low grade spiritually. You're used to people that are going to do certain works for anything. I'm not that guy. If I was a girl, I wouldn't be that female. Okay. The reason why I try to share this information with you guys, so when it comes to any form of spirituality, you know what to expect. You know what to look for. You understand certain people have certain values. And when you get in relationship with somebody, don't be binding somebody to your life that has different values or different a view of worth when it comes to you, because they're going to treat you like they value you. All right, my Leo say agreed. It is a principle. Principles are proven to work. Exactly. Let me tell y'all something. My mom used to tell me principles never change. A lot of you guys care. I know it's the age of Aquarius. A lot of you guys are trying to get rid of, you think that doing different types of magic alleviates you from spiritual laws. It doesn't. It doesn't matter if you practice voodoo. It doesn't matter if you're a solitary witch. It doesn't matter if you're a Christian. It doesn't matter if you're a Muslim. It doesn't matter if you work Congo. It doesn't matter if you work Obeah. Sweetheart, sir, listen. There is a universal energy out there that is not going to change for none of us. Those principles remain the same no matter what age you practice them, no matter how motivated you are or how unmotivated you are, or how determined you are or how undetermined you are. They will never change. The reason why certain people get certain manifestation is because of their level of commitment to those principles. The reason why I can go into certain battles and bounce back is because I value certain principles. Some of y'all don't put up for a rainy day. Some of y'all keep associating yourself with people that don't respect the craft. Some of these people that are in these ATRs and practicing magic, they're ashamed of it. And then when you serve them type of people, that energy is projected on your practice. I'm not looking for people that are ashamed of what I do. TikTok, Instagram, that's why I'm out here like I am. Okay? I want you guys to understand that when you're donating your money to my ministry, donating your money to my products, or donating your money to anything that I do, I want you to understand the energy that you're attaching yourself to. My Sagittarian energy, my Aries energy, my Piscean energy. I need you to understand that energy. And I also need you to understand my mentality and the value that I place upon my work. And I'm going to do my work whether you know I'm doing it or not. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do whether you know. I done been out all day. I just left the church with Brother Mario, just cleaning up church. I'm the pastor of the church and I'm cleaning up the church. I drove just like I was a bus man. Because guess what? I'm never going to ask somebody to do something I don't want to do. I would ask you to do something I don't like to do, like cutting a yard, but I will pay you. But I'm a type of person, I'm a first partaker of my own fruit. That's a part of knowing your worth. A lot of you guys out here saying that you valuable, but you don't even treat you valuable. A lot of you out here saying that you honor the Orishas, but you have you show no respect, no honor, no real investment. How are you gonna make somebody believe that you value someone when you're always looking for the cheapest way to do something? You're always looking for the most cost effective. That's not value. I'm not saying you got to go and splurge, but you ought to show that, listen, I'm all in. I'm like, whatever I need to do. You ain't like that. You always looking for a reason to cut corners. Y'all understand what I'm saying? If you want me to read for you tonight, I'm up. I'm not going to be here a long time, but I want you to really get what I'm saying. Value, if you never ever work with me, I want all my social media platforms to hear this. If you never allow me to do any spiritual work for you, if you just take the knowledge that I share, the knowledge, the wisdom, understanding that I share on my platform, from that YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, any video show, you should live a better life. If you value knowledge, if you value wisdom, if you value understanding. That's even without me allowing my gift to work for you. But if you ain't really real and you really don't have a real value of yourself, it don't matter who work for you. All right, Virgo in the house. How you doing, baby, from Georgia? I know that's right. How many of you guys out there have seen people get brand new houses, brand new cars, and then when they get through with that brand new house or brand new car, they bring the value down because they don't value themselves? I've seen people live in the ghetto, but when you walk in their house, you can't tell they're in the ghetto because they value their living arrangement. All right, Leo from Georgia. What I'm trying to get a point to, stop making your value about your dollar bill or where you live. The reason why your environment looks the way it does is because of how you value yourself. Because you can be on low income and still live like you living in a palace. Let me tell you something. If you got value in yourself, you can go in Dollar General. You can go into Walmart and come out looking like $1 million because you know what to look for. All right. Aquarius from Texas. I know that's right. When you're cash apping people, remember, money is currency and you're plugging into their energy. And if they got low mentality, low grade energy, guess what that's what you're pouring into. Let me tell y'all something. What is called oodles and noodles? What them little bag that you can get for 69 cents? Huh? Ramen noodles. If you gonna keep on living off of ramen noodles, do not be shocked about your digestive system. If you're gonna constantly be investing in things, Raymond, thank you so much. I appreciate that. If you guys really, really want to grow spiritually, and this is not about name brand, get what I'm saying. You need to get back to nature and understand your real value, your real treasure, and where your real treasure lies. And stop going around. Thank you for sharing my live. Stop going around and wanting people to come down, lower their value in order for you to feel comfortable. How about you come up to my value so you can live comfortably? Because let me tell you something I tell my kids. Always shoot for the stars, because the worst you can do is hit the moon. If you start out low, baby, the bottom is all you got to look forward to. If you start out looking for less, look what kind of mentality or frame of energy you place in your work in. You don't have to overspend to get value, but you also have to pay to get value. Don't undersell yourself and also don't oversell yourself. This is a part of my value. I'm going to tell you what apostle is. I know I'm an apostle. I know what I bring to the table. It's a blessing to be around spiritualists who practice what they preach. I'm big on integrity and being about what you... All right. Thank you, son. Jealous Sweets. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let me tell y'all something. If you're going to practice any ATR, don't make it about the ATR. It's you. It's not the car, it's the driver. It's not the bicycle, it's the bicyclist. Y'all understand that? It ain't the sword, it's the swordsman. Y'all need to come higher in mentality. Even the Bible say in Isaiah, he said, my ways are higher than your ways. My thoughts are high. Let me say this, Steve. How is it that you want people to believe that you're dealing with high vibrational spirits like Oshun and Aset, Mama Wata, Dambala? These are high vibrational spirits. You want us to believe that you're in the company of the higher elders and the ancestors, but you got low mentality. It don't go together. These are high vibrational spirits, high vibrational forces, and your mentality is of the scud bucket, skank. Like, that don't make no sense. Know your worth. Know your value. If you want to be in the frequency or the vibration of the ancestors and the guardians of the galaxies and starseed and all that, then somewhere in your mind you got to acknowledge that you need higher learning. You need to re-educate yourself. You need to renew your mind. It said, as the east is from the west and my thoughts are higher. I know that's right. It is not, let me tell y'all something. When it comes down to my healing, I got to be healed first. I watch different ones even around me. They value the wrong thing. This is nice. It's nice. But I'm the value. My house is nice. But I'm the value. My car is nice. But I'm the value. My clothes are nice. But I'm the value. Huh? Even the ink pens that I write with is nice. But I'm the value. My products are not. Everything starts with you and ends with you. That's the Alpha and the Omega. And when you hear me talking about myself, I'm really talking about you. Because I'm supposed to be a reflection of what you have the potential of being. It doesn't matter what your zodiac sign is. But if you're not willing to put the work in as a Taurus, as an earth sign, if you're not willing to put the work in as a Scorpio, as a water sign, if you're not willing to put the work in as an Aquarius, as a air sign, and if you're not willing to put the work in as a Leo, as a fire sign, then guess what? You will never reach your potential. And that is an indication you don't know your worth. You cannot be expecting other people to do something for you that you're not willing to do for yourself. You want to get delivered out of poverty? Then you need to change your circle. Get from around broke people. You want to live a more healthy physical life? Then get around athletic people, fitness-oriented people. You want to get around spiritual people? You want to be more spiritual? Get from around carnal people. You cannot tell somebody that you want better out of life and you continuously to associate yourself. I did not say you cannot encounter or visit, but associate yourself on a regular basis with people that are not operating in the direction that you claim that you want. That is an indication that you don't know your value. I don't care if you're a lawyer. You got degrees all around your office. But if you look for your man at the club, you don't know your worth. We done all seen people that got so much going for messing with people that we like, well, why are you messing with them? Because they don't know their worth. If you knew the worth of your husband, you wouldn't treat him like that. If you knew the worth of your wife, you wouldn't treat him like that. If you knew the worth of your children, you wouldn't treat, because your children all come out of you. So if you don't value yourself, you ain't going to value your children. If you don't think much of yourself, you ain't going to think much of your children. Knowing your worth is not waiting on somebody else to acknowledge your value. I don't need an appraiser to tell me what I'm worth. I'll show the appraiser what I'm worth. When people are looking at you, you are showing them by the way that you conduct yourself every day what you think about you. Huh? And then when somebody treat you beneath them, you get mad and say they're putting you down. But you live beneath them. Make that make sense. Make that make sense, sir. Make that make sense, ma'am. How he mistreating you. When you are living beneath what you say you value. You're accepting beneath what you say you value. Huh? So when the next time that you want to deal and you want to blame voodoo, or you want to blame Ifa, you want to blame Christianity, you want to blame Palo Miambi, or any form of witchcraft, anything you want to blame, ask yourself the real question. If I knew my value, then no weapon formed against me would prosper. If I knew my value, I would be doing the things that would protect my assets, which is me. If you don't think you're worth protecting, then why should I? If you don't think you're worth to invest in and make sure that your body is up to par, then why should I? You want to get mad with people for identifying how you treat yourself. That makes sense, y'all? Everybody tell me, oh, you value. No, it don't. Let me tell you, when you know your value, it don't matter what somebody think about you. Too many of you guys are looking for validation. And I don't understand how you want somebody to validate you in an area of your life that you don't really believe. It doesn't matter how many times somebody say you are loved. If you don't believe you're loved and favored, baby, you can't do magic. If you don't believe you're highly favored, you can't do magic. Because magic starts within self, within the mind. You start your creation in your mind, your thoughts, your energy. And then you place them on a candle. You place them on a talisman. You place them on an object. You place them on a thing. Are y'all hearing me? It's tight, but it's right. It's the truth. I want you to understand something. When you're trying to grow, and you honestly trying to grow, you have to be around people that challenge your mind, that challenge your comfortability, that challenge your economic stance. You cannot sit here and know that you want to go to the next level and you holding on to the past. If you're in an elevator, you can't get to the next floor, stand on the same floor. It don't work like that. And each floor got its own situation. So you got to leave behind what's on the third floor if you want to go to the fourth floor. I need you to get your cranium right for 2022. I need you to stop walking around here and blaming everybody and looking for everybody to save you. I need you to get these tools and start doing the real work. Start investing in yourself. You feel like you don't have a good relationship in love, start working with your love energy. Start getting your love incense, get your love candles, get it going. You think your money, your resources ain't together? Start all this talking about, oh, when 2022 get here. Baby, if you got the same mentality, you hanging out with the same type of people, you doing the same thing, your 2022 gonna look just like your 2011, your 2015, your 2021. Ain't nothing fit to change until you change. Do you hear me? The tree that I got this year is not the same tree I had last year, because I changed. Are y'all hearing me? Life is what you make it. When you really know your worth, you will start investing your time, your energy. All right, Angela Mathis, how you doing, baby? I believe in you and me. I believe that we will be in love eternally. Well, as far as I can see. Let me tell y'all this. When you believe in yourself, then you will do the thing. And guess what? You won't have to leave voodoo to go to Ifa. I watch people, they run from one ATR to the next looking for power. You really think these traditions gonna give you power? If God ain't gave you power, baby, you ain't gonna have power in none of these TRs. Huh? We make voodoo look strong. We make Santeria look strong. African traditions. It makes a difference when you believe. Exactly. Before I pray for you, I already believe it's gonna happen. Because I believe when I pray things for me, it gonna happen. I don't need other people. And let me say that the power is yet within us, but in that power, I know my measure of power. I know my measure of authority, which is my jurisdiction. Because just like in the law enforcement office, you can be a law enforcement officer, but out of your jurisdiction. You have to call those that are in that jurisdiction. See, you got to not only know your power, but you need to know your jurisdiction. You need to know your capabilities. Huh? I ain't nobody mechanic. I ain't got no business working on not only your car, but I ain't got no business working on my car, because that is not my jurisdiction. See, a lot of us mess up because we trying to be everything to ourselves. You got to be a part of knowing your work and knowing what you can't do or what you ain't good at. But you won't do that. You allow, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Now your car is towed up because you didn't know what you were doing. If you don't know how to do a cleansing, don't do your own cleansing. Purchase that from somebody you trust. Everything ain't meant for you to do on your own. I had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I had a wonderful Thanksgiving and I didn't cook nothing. I let the real cooks come step in the front of the line, huh? I did all the decor. I did that part. But let me tell you, how much of your life right now you would be winning if you knew your worth? All right, gorgeous. How you doing, baby? How many of you guys right now financially would be prospering, even in your relationship, if you knew your worth? When you know when to step back, huh? A good team player knows when it ain't my time, huh? A good coach knows how to line up a relay race. A lot of you guys keep wanting people to believe you know your worth. You don't. Because if you knew your worth, you wouldn't be jumping from person to person to person to person. Let me tell you, I got people that been sticking with me from the time I started this stuff to up until now. They don't run from this spiritual to that. Those that ride with me, they just ride with me. Those that support me, those are people. See, I'm a faithful man. Huh? Even as a whole, I was faithful. That's just what I do. Because I know who I am. I know I know what I like. I know what I don't like. People say, oh, you just don't like because you ain't tried. No, I know what I like. I know what I'm willing to do. I done studied me enough to know what I'm doing. Some of you guys, in order to know your worth, you got to know your likes and your dislikes. You got to know who you gel with. And that don't make them bad or good. That's just you know who I flow with and who I don't flow with. That makes sense. So the next time you pick up your candle, the next time you pick up your Bible, the next time you pick up your incense or whatever you work with, or your nganga, the next time you get your prayer cloth, how do you delegate Christian traditions with African tradition? No, it's not conflicting. Let me tell you why it's not conflicting. Because everything that you practice came from Africa. That's why it's not conflicting. Christianity came out of Egyptology. Egypt. Horus and Isis is the Virgin Mary and Jesus. Let me explain it like this. I'm gonna do it in reverse. Before you get to chemistry, you got to do addition and subtraction. Before you can get to chemistry, you got to go through division and multiplication. Understand? Before you can get to chemistry, you got to do geometry. You understand? Algebra, then geometry. You understand? A lot of these religions are a breakdown from the system that was created out of Africa. That's how you do that. And that's how I do, because I understand how it's all connected. Now, once you understand the anatomy of spirituality, then you'll understand how this stuff is connected. And you'll understand where the lies are, where the distortion is and the deception is. You know, I know how to weave through the lies. I understand that. That's why you're supposed to study to show yourself approved, a workman that need not to be made ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. That's how you do it. Huh? And understanding that Christ is in the third eye. That's where Christ's at, the pineal gland. It's not a person. It's an energy. Okay? Hello, somebody. Because everything is energy. When you understand, let me tell y'all something. When you out here in these spiritual streets, know your worth. So you also know how to defend your position of belief. I ain't talking about out here arguing with people, because I don't argue with people. You can hear it, believe it or don't believe it. I know why I also manifest what I practice. But a lot of people don't understand Christos is talking about a liquid of energy, an illumination of your cranium, your ori. Let me tell you something. Everything is a step off, a drop off, or a knockoff from Africa. Okay? Latins really think their ancestors created these practices. No, they didn't. There's no practice on earth that we practice to this day that did not come out of Africa. People renamed and reanimated, just like a lot of these designers are using stuff that they done got from other countries, and they just put their name on it and say they created, but it's actually come from somewhere else. Do you recommend any books in spiritual anatomy? Actually, I don't recommend any books because based off your ancestry, some books would not be applicable to some people. So I would have to do a consultation with you to understand your ancestry to point you in the right direction, because maybe some of the books that I read and research in will be conflicting to how you came about, because everybody's bloodline doesn't go back as far as mine. You got to know where your bloodline comes from. That's very important. When you practice in any spirituality, you got to understand your ancestry. Your ancestry matters a lot when it comes to spiritual practices, what you're able to do. But I thank you for your question. All right, Gemini. Y'all know this. I'm a night owl, so this is what I do. I do my best work in the dark. Apostle, it's time for us to have a sit down again. All right, all right, baby. That's right. Let me tell y'all something. One thing I don't do is I don't follow a parked car. If you're trying to, all right, Kingmaker, how do you find out about your bloodline? One of the things that, and a lot of our ATRs, they do in different traditions, they carry out ceremonies. And basically, long story short, what they do is they summon forth the spirits of your ancestral line. And then your ancestors begin to speak. And so therefore the ancestor will tell that particular practitioner or spiritualist what is in your bloodline and what it is that they practice. A lot of times, especially if you came up in the church, you've been doing a lot of the stuff that your ancestors practice, but you call them different things. Huh? We call falling out in the spirit in the church. But in voodoo, it's a trance. You see what I'm saying? Depending on the ATR that you're dealing with, in your bloodline and in bloodline understanding your ancestors is what's going. Anything you practice should be natural to you. If you are Caucasian, Wicca, or Celtic, or any even some Irish descent, but a lot of people don't realize Africans started that Irish thing. You know, a lot of people don't realize a lot of people that you see now doing magic, they got that from some Africans that set that up. They just changed it to make it look like them, but it didn't come from them. Huh? It didn't come from them. That's why I don't argue with people. Science don't lie. Energy don't lie. When you start practicing, say for instance, you go and get a crystal, right? Depending on the type of crystal you get, if your ancestors work with that crystal in time past, it's going to resonate with you. When you hear a lot of spiritualists say, oh, go to the crystal store or go to a certain place and see if it resonates. That's your ancestor. The only way that it's going to resonate with you if your ancestors work with that particular item or that particular herb or that particular mineral. You know what I'm saying? Most of us African descent, all of our ancestors work with water. They whitewash. Yeah, but you know what? I don't even blame them. You know, I'm going to tell you why I don't blame them. If I want to beat somebody and we ain't playing a football game and if I can confuse them about who team they on, why not? If I can confuse them about whether I read the play or not, why not? When you got to understand, you got true spoken. Thank you so much. Baby face. All right. What we have to understand, we're too busy worrying about who's appropriating our culture when we don't know our own value. Nobody can emulate you if you operating on your highest frequency. Can I say that again? Nobody can emulate you if you are operating on your highest frequency. Because the truth of it is there is no other person but you. You understand that? Even identical twins are not identical. Nobody can beat you being you. So if Apostle Ela gets out here and I'm trying to be like T.D. Jakes, or I'm trying to be like Rob Parsley, I'm trying to be like Clefro Dollar, anybody else, I'm just using those as an example, then I'm not operating my frequency. I'm emulating somebody else's vibration. But if I operate in what's in my blood, and if I operate in what's uniquely designed for me to operate, I can vibrate at my highest frequency, which means I can perform at my most effective level. The reason why a lot of you guys are out here arguing with people about melanin and what this and that. Let me see her here. Hold on, y'all. I just mean a book to understand the relationship between the things discussed here, not as a practice, even if some might have. I posted the book of Songs. Mario, could you go over there and get that for me? Those, I think I got them over there. I'm gonna show these. But if you want to stop arguing with people about what belongs to us, then how about you know your worth? How about you operate and stop, and especially my sisters, my sisters, my Nubian queens. Oh, we got to stop tearing each other down. We got to stop that. That's when you can really respect somebody's tradition. This is I recommend this book. It got a lot of other books on the back of it. It's The Success and Power Through Songs. And then this book. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you how powerful God is. I'm going to tell y'all some real stuff. I'm going to tell you how powerful God is. God is so powerful, he created us, I really believe it's a she. She created us in her image and after her likeness, right? Because everything scientifically knows that everything started as female. You don't become male until testosterone starts flowing through your body. Everything born starts female, right? That lets you know that's a female God, right? Goddess, right? But let me tell you how good and awesome this divinity is, right? All of you does not even fit in your tabernacle. Just like all your consciousness does not fit in your body. This is why we have what is called an aura. It emanates outside of the body because all of God cannot fit in heaven. The Bible says that he says your glory the heavens cannot contain your glory. So true. That's how I was first time I purchased a rose quartz. Had the nerve to wear it on me and was weeping like a baby the entire day. You know what? I'm going to tell you, Jelly Sweet, you know what did that to me? Was malachite and moldavite. My God. Malachite and that. Let me tell y'all something. When you are operating in divinity and you're trying to grow in your spirituality, understand like voodoo, Santeria, Palo Miambe, Lukumi. It's so many of these ATRs. Christian, let me tell y'all, these are training wheels. These are training wheels. So you can understand how to channel you, the God of you, the consciousness of you, right? I just the same way I use a candle. All I'm doing is channeling my power, my God power through that candle. I'm channeling that energy through my incense or my wand or my pot, whatever I'm working with. But the God part, the consciousness of me is outside of this physical body. Neither can the heavens contain God, neither can your body contain all of you. I know that's a little deep for some of y'all, right? Some of y'all think y'all woke, but you ain't woke. You sleep as hell. You sleepwalking. If you were woke, you would know your work. You will be investing your time and energy and ashe in things that will promote the enhancement of your divinity. It's too many of you guys think that once you put crystals on, no, all them crystals doing is regulating your energy. Crystals regulate your ashe. It don't make you more powerful. It's just like crystals can help you laser focus your energy, but it's your energy. That's why some people, you ever thought about, how can she have Oshun and this one have Oshun and now they beefing and they can war against each other? Because Oshun is a representation of your energy. How is it that you serving Ezeli Donto and I'm serving Ezeli Donto and now we can fight against each other? Know why? Because we have our own consciousness outside of self. Because if it was just one spirit, it wouldn't be able to fight a war against each other. Yeah, I tell them that they have, let me tell you something. And let me tell y'all this too. When y'all mess with the ancestors. And I don't know, some of you may not follow her, but she's somebody you need to follow too. Her name is Toya. She's a Libra. She's a hoodoo woman. There's a few on here that I really got a lot of respect for. Other people out here just making money. But I digress. I don't know everybody on TikTok, so I ain't throwing no shade because I don't know everybody on TikTok. But the ones that I do follow, the ones that I do listen to, I do have a lot of respect for their wealth of knowledge. You cannot get one phase of an ancestor. I've told you guys this before. You have to understand not only the energy of the practitioner that you're working with, you got to understand your energy. But remember, when you get grandma spirit, you get all of grandma spirit. Yeah, we multidimensional. Exactly. We exist on different levels at the same time. At the exact same time. We live in heaven and hell at the same time. We just take our consciousness to different spaces and where we exist. But think about when you working with your ancestor and you're only trying to go to granddaddy for money. But granddaddy, you got to get all of granddaddy, all his memories. Okay? He like to whoop on women, but he know how to make that money. Come on here, somebody. Y'all got to understand you can't piece this thing out. Go into your spiritual practice with a sober way of thinking. Go into your spiritual practice with a sober mind and say, you know what, this is what I want. And so therefore, when you marry a man or woman, you don't marry a piece of them, you marry all of them. Not just the parts you like, you also marry the parts you don't like. Well, when you get in covenant with spirits, that's go along with that. Especially when you're dealing with voodoo, those spirits are petos with. Most of those spirits are petos with, hot spirits. And those are revolutionary spirits. They ain't come here to do status quo. They came to disrupt. They came to war. They came to fight. So when you working with those ATRs and you trying to have peace, that ain't what kind of spirit you're working with. That spirit ready to get something popping. And guess what? When you dealing with hot spirits, they'll get something started. They'll start something for you to get into it with somebody. Because that's what kind of energy you working with. I'm a warrior by nature. Huh? I'm always looking for a fight. That's just who I am. And that's just being real. Only time I want peace is when I'm trying to heal and get to another level. Okay? Now, let me say this again. If you're going to support Apostle Ely, support me. But make sure you're supporting me authentically. Make sure that you are understanding not only me as a Sagittarian, but when you come to me, I have to deal with you with your energy. I have to deal with you as a Cancer. I got to deal with you as a Gemini, a Scorpio, a Libra. If you think this stuff don't matter in your spiritual practice, then you're sadly mistaken. And I don't know who taught you. I don't know who lied to you. I've been doing this long enough. I'm not trying to be spiritual. I am. I'm not trying to manifest. That's what I do. I'm not trying to put down anybody. Well, let me tell you something. Ask yourself this question. And I want you to ask yourself this question. How many black males, hear me real good when I say this. Thank you so much. Thank you for I just got my hair cut. Thank you. I appreciate that. How many black males do you see out here practicing on the level that I practice and manifest, right? Giving honor to black women and acknowledging that their power or their baptism come from a black woman. And then ask yourself this question. Why you don't support those few black men? Why aren't you advancing those black men? You know who the men that are making the money are the ones that are constantly degrading. And when I say degrade, I'm not talking about, let me tell you something. I'm not talking about degrade because some of y'all ain't living nothing. You know, I'm keep it real, keep 100. I'm talking about you that know who you are, knowing you willing to put the work in. I ain't talking about what bringing to the table because the only table I'm worried about that you got is your altar. Huh? Because that other table, I got that. I need to know what's on your altar. I don't care nothing about your table. I need to know how you practice in your spirituality. Is you real? Can you move some mountains? Huh? Help me overcome some things. All right? But these are the things what I mean by knowing your worth. If you talk to any of my client base, and most of my client base is above 6 figures, mostly female, but I do have some male, but very few black men will tell you or honor you in the fact that let you know that. I don't have a problem with letting you know that. That doesn't mean you have a right to disrespect me because I'm honoring you. That don't mean that you are more powerful than me because I'm honoring you. That doesn't mean that you know more than I know because I'm honoring you. You don't have to degrade me to be a queen. You don't have to degrade me to be who you say you are. What we have to learn how to do is understand whomever God or Goddess has placed in position, they placed us in position for a reason. That's why it don't bother me telling the truth. It is what it is. I don't have to deceive you or hide it in order for me to be who I am. Because guess what? Some of these female spirits that guard and protect me will put some on your aspirin. Huh? Because that crown, they placed that crown on my head. And let me tell you like this, whom God bless or God is blessed, can't no man curse. Or no woman curse. You cannot root work me. You cannot do witchcraft on me because I'm going to undo your witchcraft. That's why they call me a witch doctor. I doctor your witchcraft. Undo your witchcraft. You can't. I was crowned by the queen. I was honored by the queen. When Sheba was in a real woman know a real man when she sees him, and vice versa. We got to do better, and that's a part. My queens, my kings, and whatever you want, whatever you think you are, you need to understand that don't start with other people. That start with you. I let people know how I value myself by how I handle myself and how I treat. Huh? When my sister came over for Thanksgiving, I treat my sister well. My uncle came over for Thanksgiving. I honor. He older than me. He taught me some of the stuff I know. He taught me some of my swag. I honor them. Y'all have a problem with honoring people. Even if you, let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna give you a good example. My son taught me this. And let me tell you something. Even as a elder, why you can't acknowledge when somebody younger than you taught you something? But anyway, my son taught me this. And he was telling me about Michael Jackson and James Brown. Even though Michael Jackson was inspired by James Brown, and even though Michael Jackson transcended James Brown, Michael Jackson bowed down to James Brown. That shows Michael Jackson's a Virgo. That was so much humility, and let me tell you something. That made him he got so much honor and respect. See, I would never, even though I have surpassed a lot of my teachers spiritually, and even though I have superseded certain people, I will always give honor to the people that platform me where I am. Being more anointed don't mean you show disrespect, y'all. Being more knowledgeable, being more wise, being more powerful does not allow you to disrespect the people that God allowed to be a stepping stone in your life. I notice I said stepping stone. I didn't say stepping stool. I'm not talking about Psalm 110 where he make your enemies your footstool. I'm talking about the people in your life that God allowed you to have as a stepping stone to get you where you need to get. Like I said, I know my worth. And if you know your worth, you know how to give honor to whom honor is due. Huh? And I'm going to tell you, each one of you that follow me, if y'all help Apostle Ely, one thing about me, I'm a very thoughtful man. I don't forget the small or the great if you support me. I already know I'm going there regardless, but I want you to know out of my mouth, I'm a man of my word. As an Andorra said, I'm a witch of my word. I don't forget people that help get me where I am. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people fall because you don't forgot the stepping stone that God used. Huh? Remember that, y'all. And if you're going to practice real magic and real powerful, potent magic, then you're going to have to honor the ashe of feminine energy. That's to all of my brothers. And all of my sisters, you cannot get the proper protection unless you respect that masculine energy. Respect that masculine energy. It's feminine energy and masculine energy. And then there's orgone energy out there. But all those energy is a part of magic and spirituality. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys are subscribing to my YouTube page. Not my YouTube page, but my YouTube page. I'm trying to get to 1,000 views on that. If you guys have not followed as well, one of my good friends, Kingmaker, go to her YouTube account as well. Christina Turner, L. Turner, lot of business knowledge, powerful woman of God in her own right, but she's very good in this business, LLCs, all that good stuff right there. All you out here talking about you gonna get into practitioner, let me tell you something, possibly legal. I'm spiritual, but I'm legal. I got my affairs in order. I'm ready to go to the next level with this. I'm gonna be getting with her on some stuff as well. But my point is, respect that energy, know your worth, and not be a lip service. Stop going around here talking about who you think you are. Show the world. I receive my spiritual bath. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. Wait till you use that spiritual bath. Yes, ma'am. And I have some testimonies. All right. Let me see here. Gordon said most black males are not educated about the hate they have for black. That's true. So true, so humble, and advanced his career by giving honor where honor's due. Exactly. Hey there, Curtis, how you doing? That's some of the other Gemini. All right, guys. And Babyface, I don't know if you guys are following Babyface 2309. Follow her as well. Some of these guys and gals in here that support me. Make sure let me tell y'all something. Cohesiveness is powerful. Cohesive unit. Where there's unity, there's strength. We need to concentrate and congregate in a strong enough velocity that we can create the world we want to live in, and stop waiting on somebody else to give us a world they ain't gonna give us. Tired of that, run around here. All right, good night to you all. Love you all. Thank you so much. All right, want to say good night and much love to Intellect, Virgo, Curtis, Gemini, Trironda, Aries, Kingmaker, Sagittarius. All right, now, Jelly Sweets. All right, Gorgeous. Yes, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all is coming through. Ash Dawkins. That Gemini. Trey, my son. Sean. Got you. Yes. Angela Mathis gonna slide in here on me. Miss Lady. Uh-huh. Yeah, baby. I see y'all. Mario Dog. Alicia Sanders. All right. She be riding with me. She rides with me. All right. CC Johnson. Pisces. Thank you, baby. Make sure did I get everybody? Brother Mario. All right. All right. Thank you guys. Love you much. And I'll see y'all on the flip. Good night. You're welcome, baby.